The Australian government is already doing enough in terms of aid, and the PNG government, with its share of challenges, is prioritizing areas to keep the country moving forward. This was Prime Minister Peter O'Neill's response to questions by the media to do with recent claims that PNG was seeking funding from Australia's federal budget. O'Neill met up with his Australian counterpart Malcolm Turnbull in Port Moresby today.
Malcolm Turnbull arrived in Port Moresby last night on the Royal Australian Air Force aircraft. This is his first official visit to PNG. He was welcomed by Foreign Affairs Minister Ribing Pato, Special Events Minister Justin Juchenko, and City Governor Powes Pakop, Chief Secretary Isaac Lupari, and other protocol officers. This morning, Turnbull was up early after taking a chopper flight to Isurava along the Kokoda Track. He made his way to the iconic Bomana War Cemetery to pay his respects. Walking through the cemetery, he remembered those who fought for Australia 75 years ago.
A lot of Papua New Guineans are sceptical as to why Mr. Turnbull has decided to visit the country now, especially when the 9th Parliament has ended and when the country is going into the elections.
He met with Prime Minister Peter O'Neill afterwards at Airways Hotel, where they had bilateral talks. O'Neill thanked Australia for its assistance leading up to the elections.
Papua New Guinea is going to an elections in a few weeks' time. Writs will be issued on April 20th. Australian government is supporting us in logistics and capacity building within the Electoral Commission. They will be also participating as international observers in our election process throughout many parts of our country. Our aim is to try and deliver a free and fair elections according to the people's will.
The main agenda being whether PNG was interested in funding from Australia, to which O'Neill articulated that Australia has already done enough for PNG.
The budgets were never cut. We simply cut all the non-priority areas. Projects that needed to be deferred has been deferred. And your question about whether the Australian government should continue to assist support budget, Australian government is already doing enough through the annual support that they give in the development funding through DFAT. And that is now supporting many of the priorities of government as well, in health, education, law and order and justice.
As the Prime Minister has acknowledged, Australia's aid to New Guinea is very substantial. It is PNG is the largest recipient of Australian aid, very much so. As you know, it's a very substantial amount, over $500 million a year. It's supporting health, education, the empowerment of women and girls, infrastructure, a whole series of programs throughout the country. We talked about the new hospital in Lae.
Meredith, Kuusa, TV1 News.